And I guess we're online now. Welcome to our hangout today. My name is Thomas, and I'm here in the north part of Denmark, and I got Maus with me here today from Hamburg in Germany. And how are you doing today, Maus?
Thank you, Thomas. I'm doing very well. I still feel a little bit pain from the yesterday's Hamburg Marathon, but I had a great time yesterday, and I feel pretty good again now because any marathon you finish, you just feel this great satisfaction within you, like you manage something big, and a marathon is certainly something big for me. It's a big race. It's a very long race, and each time I finish like 7 or 8 already. It's just this satisfaction of great accomplishment that you have after marathon. So yeah, thank you for asking. It was a great run yesterday. I was a little bit pain. I mean, I always say to myself and to other people who ask me, the marathon starts actually at the second half of the marathon. The first half is 20K. Anybody can do that. It's not that such a big deal. I mean, for anybody who runs, obviously. But the marathon starts at the 25th, 30th kilometer, and then you really start to feel some pain if you haven't trained enough. And that was the case yesterday. Also, I felt a lot of pain, and I was struggling a lot. So, but it's interesting how thinking can make you or break you during the marathon, because there were some really bad thoughts coming to my head when I wasn't sure if I'm able to finish marathon in a way that I will be able to walk back home. So you always have in the back of your head that there still have to be some energy left, because there is some work to be done at the end of the marathon, at the second half of the day, because the marathon is always in the morning. So yeah, it was interesting run. Maybe just a little bit I can describe it during the hangout if there is a time, but yeah, that was a great day today for me.
Yeah, oh, great. Great to hear that, Maurice. And yeah, I really admire people who can do those marathon. I've never tried it myself, but I might get into at least a half a marathon at one point, But that's what I hear from. I have a friend who had done a few marathon, and like you say, it's the second half is mental. You really have to keep running and get control of your mind and your thoughts, because it's not only your legs who need to do the work. And so that's an interesting experience, I'm sure. And actually today on the hangout we're going to be talking about how exercising can help you to improve your mindset. Like Maurice and I, we are both working with internet business, doing online marketing and stuff, and we're also working a lot with mindset, reading a lot of books, and try to do whatever we can to improve our mindset, And we're both doing exercising, and we're gonna talk about that today, because I believe exercising can help you in a lot of different ways. Of course, people always say it's healthy for you, and I think most people think about it's healthy for your body. But I really think something happens when you really doing a lot of exercising. It really you can say it's maybe difficult not to have some improvement on your mindset, because it kind of goes together. Well, if you're doing a walk every day, that can be okay, and that's your workout, that might be not so hard on your mindset. But if you really want to push yourself and you want to challenge yourself. It's a lot of it is it's mindset. When you feel like you want to give up, then you need to push through it, and sometimes you get really surprised how much you can push yourself after you kind of start telling yourself, now I'm gonna give up now. So it's an interesting subject, I think, and also have a lot to do with what we're doing with our online business and with working with mindset. So we're gonna talk about that today, and I'm sure we're gonna get back to it. It's a great subject, and I think we both have a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience with this, so we have a lot to share with you guys out there. So, but maybe Maurice, we could start out with just you telling a little about what kind of exercising are you doing at the moment now? You told about the marathon, but also what kind of, are you doing something else in exercising?
Yeah. Actually, it's a for me, sport and exercise is a very very big part of my life. It's one of, I have a goal in my life, like a general overall goal, and my goal says to be as healthy as I can be, or I can get, to be as happy as I can be, or and I can get, and as rich as I can be or I can get. So these are like three most important goals in my life I'm working for, and as you can see, part of it's sport. So it takes a big chunk of my daily activities. I wouldn't say it's like 4 or 5 hours. I would lie to you, but I would definitely, it would be like 1 hour at least every day, and sometimes even more, because I even ride a bike to work, what of course many people do, and most of them do it in summer. I do it also in winter, so this would be like additional sports activity. I mean, any activity where you move and when you have to give away energy in a way, because you're moving your body is sport. So that's what I do. So I ride a bike every day. It takes me about 1.5 hours, sometimes 2 hours a day, and then as an additional thing, or main thing, I would say, would be then 1 hour of either running or riding or spinning or swimming. So because I do triathlon, so I concentrate on these three sports, and I do other stuff as well. I go to sauna. I really love sauna. This is my very dear subject. I also made a couple of videos about going to sauna, so that's I enjoy always Saturday night, and it helped me a lot in a way that I haven't been sick for a long time, and I think it's almost 2 or 3 years. So, but it's not only because I move a lot; it's also what I eat, and also the sauna visits help me to stay healthy in the long run as well. So there are many things that are going on in my life that help me to improve my health, and also my state of being, and my state of mind, actually, because I don't know if you know about this, Thomas, but probably you've heard it somewhere that running can make you happy in a long run. People who run regularly, they talk about this. It is called the runner's high. It is this feeling that you get during the run or after the run, that you feel kind of elated. You have this happy feeling, and you don't know why. It's just there after running, and that's my case as well. So yeah, that's what I do, and I love what I do, and I even set my goals to take part in races, and also races abroad, so that it motivates me to keep going and never stop, because I don't know, anybody is different, and everybody has to decide for himself or herself what motivates him or her. My motivation is always the races I'm looking forward towards, and I'm working on myself to take part in these races, and have some goal, some kind of time I want to reach, or anything. So that's what makes me train every day. I know there is a race coming, and I have some expectations that are regarding this race, and that's what keeps me pushing every day.
All right. Yeah, cool. And yeah, just briefly, I can say that I do a lot of mountain biking, and I have
Hmm.
a spinning bike too, and so that's maybe I will get into some running pretty soon. But mainly it's been mountain biking and then my spinning bike, and then I have some kettlebells. I do some
Hmm.
training with. It's kind of a way of doing weight training, but it's I don't know if you call it that in English, but it's like a functional training kind of thing
Hmm. Hmm.
where you use not only one muscle when you do an exercise, you use a lot of different muscles to the same exercise. So it's and a lot of also body exercises like push-ups and stuff and pull-ups and those things. So not exactly like a traditional going to the gym and lifting weights. It's a little some of the exercises are also quite difficult or challenging. You can really I don't know if you know what a kettlebell is, but if any of you guys watching out there wondering what that is, then go to your friend Google and search for kettlebells. It's kind of I actually think it's a Russian thing. It's coming from the Russian military or something. It's like a round thing with a round handle, and you can swing with these weights. So that's and there's a ton of different exercises you can do. A lot of people putting training sessions out on YouTube, and you can learn new exercises. So and I've been a little like not on and off, but just maybe not been doing the kettlebell training as much as I want, and the last couple of weeks I've really stepping up the kettlebell training and really enjoy it and maybe now spring is here and it's nice to get out, so I still want to get out on my mountain bike, but I really need to get into the to some kind of weight training or using my body for like push-ups and pull-ups and those kind of exercising, because that's just a very good it's good to use your whole body, not only your legs. That's a problem if you're into like riding bicycle, like race on the road or mountain bike or running. It's you tend to only use your legs, you know. So I'm trying to train my upper body a little more now. So and it's just good to I'm more or less. Do training every day. Maybe once a week I have kind of a day off, but maybe I'll go for a walk then instead. So I think in a way I kind of push myself pretty hard at it. So, but it's great and it's a lot of fun and it's great to see the development, see that you can push yourself further and further. You know, it's good stuff and yeah, it's definitely. Has a lot to do with mindset. Like I think even you have to take the decision that you want to do exercising and decide what kind of exercising and how much you want to do it. And I have actually a kind of a education in being a fitness trainer. I used to work just voluntarily in a fitness center in a local town here, and what I saw, I'm not in there at the moment, but what I see a lot of people do a lot of time with exercising is that they don't really push themselves. I see a lot of people going on these cross trainers and stuff like that in a gym, and it's good training, but if you don't put any brakes on it or some, you need to push it hard. You know, it's not really, you're kind of wasting your time in my world, you know. So, and also I think it's for a lot of people that's easy, you know, they can handle that, you know. But for me, I need to, and I think everybody should, if you're training, you should be sweating and not be able to have a conversation at the same time. You really need to get your heartbeat up and just really push yourself, and that's when it gets into your mindset too, you know, and that it start hurting or you can't really breathe, and you really have to watch your thinking and how you're reacting to it, because but that's when you're growing. the way I see it, both mentally but also, of course, physically, because you're pushing yourself. So I think that's important to take that decision and really decide that you want to push yourself, you want to challenge yourself, because otherwise you kind of, in a way, wasting your time. You don't really get the results from it, and you don't really get the benefits from the training. So I don't know if you have anything to add to that, Maus, or you're thinking about something else.
Yeah, it's correct. I mean, it's anybody has some kind of ideas what they expect. So it's up to everybody's or anybody's expectation. Some people want to lose weight, some people want to get really fit, some people want to gain some muscle mass, kind of. Some people want just to enjoy being outside and move, like you go for a easy jog, kind of something like that. And that's why it depends on what anybody wants to achieve in their life. But I still believe any movement is good, because what I do is actually kind of sometimes really extreme. I believe marathon is extreme also, because sometimes you hurt yourself, you hurt you might hurt your joints, and many people did already. And also yesterday I felt a lot of pain, and I might have hurt something in a way that a couple of days I just don't do anything, because there was so much pressure on the ligaments and on the joints during the marathon that you actually have to stop training for a couple of days just to let the body recover. And that means that marathon is not very healthy, but it's still my goal, and I still want to do it, and I want to still push my limits and prove to myself that I can go further and further. So this is kind of extreme, and I wouldn't advise people to go for extreme, even though I love it and I like to connect with like-minded people who go for extremes regarding sports. People who go, there are many races out there nowadays. It's very kind of popular to take part in races that are kind of crazy and extreme. You have extreme marathons. You have marathons that take a couple of days. You can run in the mountains for long hours. You can run in the deserts for long hours. You can have some kind of obstacles on simple field, and you go through them, and it takes hours. So you do kind of a military exercise kind of races, like Tough Mudder. That's what I know, for example, because I have them on my Facebook wall, so I receive updates. So there are many things you can do, and I love these things because I just want to push myself to the limits and just to find out about myself, about how I react in occasions or situations where I feel a lot of pain, and it really tells you that or kind of reveals to you who you really are, and how important mental preparation is, and also mental state of your mind. Also yesterday I had some crazy ideas, and then I had to stop having them, and I decided to go for positive ideas, positive thoughts, and these positive thoughts carry you over meters and kilometers. And actually in the afternoon I was close and even on the streets where I run in the morning, and I just couldn't believe that I finished marathon, because I knew at some places how much pain I felt, and I was in a kind of state where I wasn't feeling that pain anymore, but I was just recollecting what was happening. I was just looking at myself from the other point of view, and I was thinking it's incredible how much pain you can have and still you keep going on, even though there is so much more ahead of you, and you're still pushing yourself. So it's just fantastic. But what I want to talk today about is also about how important it is to be healthy in life, to think about being healthy, to eat the right food. And I really believe I just in the last couple of years I was kind of experimenting with myself, with my body, and I found out that it's really important what you eat every day. If you if you eat enough green stuff that actually is alive. I really believe anybody should eat as much stuff that is alive as possible. And with that expression, I mean something like fruits and veg, because this is like stuff that that is alive, and maybe less of the stuff that it's doesn't make you maybe that healthy in the long run, like eating like meals that are based on flour, like a lot of pasta, let's say, a lot of cakes, etc. Even though I myself, I like cakes, so I don't really change my diet every day, and I haven't changed for maybe last 3 years, even though I must admit that last 3 years I was concentrating on eating a lot of fruits and veg. But what I do, and I think anybody should consider, is eating. When you eat something you really love, it can be a cake or it can be like a pizza or something. I don't really think it's not healthy. It can be healthy as well. You can have a nice pizza, and it can be beneficial to you, and probably it is most of the time, of course. But it's also good to have a salad on the side, something green, because salad, it's not only that you receive much more vitamins and you give your body what your body needs, but you also help your digestion. I really experienced that on my body as well, that I digest much better when I have something green alongside with some other meal, and it helps me, it helps my digestion, and I don't feel as heavily stuffed kind of, it doesn't stay in my stomach for that long time, because many years ago I had some problems with digestion, and I started to experiment on my body and found out that my body actually needs much more green stuff and much more veg, much more fruits in order to function more properly and to have also more endurance, because I'm working on my endurance, because I do triathlon, I run marathon, so I really have to be very careful what I eat, and a lot of fish as well. It's very healthy to eat. A lot of nuts. That's also very healthy to eat. So how you feed your body, that's what you get from your body back. So if you feed your body properly, then you can expect from your body to keep going for a long time and give you great results regarding your endurance, your concentration, your thinking. Actually, what you eat can improve your thinking. Also, running improves your thinking. Just by the way, if you like jogging or running, it has been scientifically proved that it improves your thinking, because the rush of blood in your body actually goes also into your brain, and if you have more blood in your brain, or the blood that is actually fueled with your muscles kind of, and you get much more oxygen in your blood because you are breathing much more heavily, it improves your thinking, because your brain, or the blood in your brain that has a lot of oxygen, it improves your thinking. So I've read a couple of times already about people who found solution to their problems while running. They were joggers or sportsmen, and they were thinking about something, and they found solution, and it explains why they had these ideas. So that's kind of my focus nowadays. I watch what I eat, I watch what I do with sports, and I also watch, test, and measure kind of how long my day can be, or how much stress or how much pressure I can take or my body can take, and in correlation to what I eat, and how I move every day regarding my sporting activities. So that's my take on this subject. And another thing is that I really want my body to be as good as it can get. So if you can compare it with cars, I want my body to be the Porsche, I'd rather ride a Porsche as my body than be sitting in a Porsche and not be as healthy and as fit as I am now. So I would any day I would rather choose to be in the body I am now than being sitting in a Porsche and not having the possibility to be healthy and fit as I am now. So That's why I'm working on myself every day also.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100%, Maus, with the diet. Um, yeah, I haven't for a while. I've been a little on off with the diet, and I can sure feel that it makes a difference. It really does, and just yeah, I've been, what has that been, 4 or 5 days now. I've been trying to stay away from coffee, and I've been really addicted to coffee for a long, long time, and I can't. I just drink so much of it, even though I know it's 1 cup will probably be okay. But like drinking like 5, 10 cups during the day, it's just too much. But I think a lot of times our body kind of get used to what we put into it. So if you start drinking a lot of coffee, your body kind of calling for more. So you get this addicted to it. So then it gets really difficult to stop. And a few days ago, I just kind of just stopped and haven't been drinking since. And it's actually okay. I can feel something going on in my body, and I've been a little tired. And so, but I think. On the long run, it's good to get away from the coffee, even that I love the taste of it. Excuse me. And so so I really agree with the diet is so important. I know from sometimes that I've been training a lot that I can easily train a lot, really going hard, and then eat a diet that will make me not lose 1 single kilo on my body, because if I eat wrong, I eat stuff that kind of a lot of sugar and a lot of bread and all that kind of stuff, then my body will just keep the same weight. It's almost impossible for me to lose weight if I don't eat the right diet. I can train and train and train, but my body will just calling for more and more food because I get so hungry from the training. And then if I eat wrong, then I wouldn't lose any weight at all. So and the kind of diet that I believe in, like you, Morris, vegetables and fruit and meat, something with high protein, and then get away from yeah, the sugar and like the pasta and rice and potatoes and stuff like that, then and bread. It's difficult, at least in the kind of diet that we have here in Denmark. We have a lot of bread in our meals, so that's a little challenge. But you can make a decision, and I when I have some long period of times where I really stick with the vegetables and meat and eggs and like some things with high protein and nuts and stuff like that, and really get away from the sugar and the flours like the wheat, the pasta and potatoes. It really makes a big difference, and I can lose weight in like a couple of weeks. I can really put off a few kilos really easy. So I'm absolutely sure our body is designed in a certain way to use nutrition from certain kinds of food and other stuff. It's not so healthy for us, and I think what is already happening at the moment, but it's probably gonna be even more here in the future is the problem with sugar. It's really gonna be the next big thing, or already is a big problem for a lot of people. And if you look at it, it's so much food out there that has tons of sugar in it, and it's so difficult to not get a lot of sugar. But I think it's like, for me, like with the coffee, sugar is the same. I get addicted to it. I can eat a piece of cake, and 2 hours later I'm gonna die for a piece of cake again, because my blood sugar is just going low again, and
Yes,
then you need that fix. And probably a thing that I learned a couple of years ago from some really good personal trainers here in Denmark is that you need to look at your diet at you want to eat, so you put your blood sugar is stable during the day, and that's again the vegetables are really good, and some meat or something with some protein in will keep your diet, your sugar level stable during the day. But as soon as you drink a Coca-Cola, you eat a piece of chocolate, you eat some cakes or whatever with a high or with a lot of sugar in, your blood sugar will just shoot up. But the problem is if you're at a level like here, when you drink the Coca-Cola, you go up. But then when your blood sugar comes down, and it comes pretty quickly, then it goes lower than it was before. So you get these up and downs, yo-yo, all day long, and I just think a lot of people out there are just not aware of what is actually going on. You get so addicted to that sugar stuff because it really mess up your blood sugar, and it gets to your head. At least for me, I can get really kind of crazy, like, Jesus, I really need to go and get something with sugar when I get into a period of time in my life where I'm eating a lot of cakes or whatever, That's it's just terrible. It's we're really not designed to eat sugar. I think that's not really healthy for us. Of course, it's a easy way to get some energy now, but what I try to do, and it's not really working for me at the moment, but is that I want to eat healthy 6 days a week, and then 1 day a week you can eat something, or I can eat something that I really like, some not so healthy, because we also need to live, we want to have some kind of balance. You don't want to be a freak, but and what a period of times in my life when I've done that, really eating healthy 6 days, and then the 7th day I can eat something that I really kind of like eating. What I noticed is that when I go for like buying a piece of chocolate or cake or something, then I go for something a little higher quality. Like it has to be something a little special, like a really good stuff, and that I actually think is really good, because instead of eating a lot of low quality stuff during the week and do it on and on and on, and just that's really making a lot of trouble for you. And it also with the sugar, it's I think it's really hard on your mindset, because you're really craving for that sugar all the time, and it really gets to your head. And but if you can 1 time a week eat something that you really love, it could be pizza or a lot of stuff, but then just remember to enjoy it. Really sit down and really enjoy this, whatever kind of food, or it's a coffee with sugar in or something, that then enjoy it, because I think that's a really important thing too, that and also when you get into eating the healthy food, then enjoy it. You have to work on your mindset and program yourself to say, this is good for me, and I really enjoy it, and it's great eating, and it's great to cook it and all that. Because if you don't really like it, then it's gonna be hell for you, and it's maybe not really that healthy for you if you're kind of hating what you're eating, even that it's healthy for you. So I think that's really important, to work on your mindset, and even if it doesn't really matter if it's the healthy food you eat during the week, or if it's those nice desserts or whatever, you really need to enjoy it, really feel good about it, and then next day you go for a run or a workout, and that big dessert is gone again, so it's no big trouble, so but
there are many tactics how to kind of trick your body into eating more healthy. One of my tricks is actually decided also like 2-3 years ago to eat every day at least 1 piece of fruit. So it's kind of it became a habit to me. So we talked about habit before. I believe eating healthy is also, it can be developed as a habit, and it's not only that you will think about it every day, but it's also your body will tell you, or after some time will start telling you that, okay, there is something you didn't give me today, something you give me every day. And what I do actually, usually it's the apple. I eat every day one apple. It's a rule for me. There is no day, or very rarely there is a day I don't eat apple. Usually when I change environment or I'm traveling, you know, a lot of things changes, climate, people I'm around with, etc. My whole schedule changes, and then I sometimes forget to do it just because there is so much going on around me that is so different than is your usual stuff. So, but that's what I have been doing for years, just an apple a day each day. Another thing might be, you know, you cannot change your habits very fast. It always takes some time. You have to do it gradually, so you cannot change your daily diet from one day to another. So that one day you decide you quit eating pizza or something, pizza that you love, you know, maybe you eat it a couple of times a week, and all of a sudden you decide not to do it. This is not a great advice. Good advice is, as you said, Thomas, that maybe you just for the next week you tell yourself, if I eat it 5 times a week, then next week I'll try just 4 times or 3 times. I would say 3 times maybe, and instead of this, eat something else. And another trick would be also what I actually do. This is because I'm blessed to have a very healthy body and being fit and being thin. It's also in my genes, I believe, to be thin. So I don't gain weight easily. Actually, at some point in my life, I needed to gain some weight just because I was too thin. So I have had opposite problems what people have, and so I actually can eat as much, more or less. I can eat as much bread, pasta as I like, as I want, but I prefer to eat it so that I feel good. So there will always be some salad on the side. Sometimes it would be a main dish, would be the salad, and one trick I use with myself is sometimes when I really feel like eating something that might at the moment not be very healthy, in a way that the whole day I've been eating something like bread, some sandwich, I had some cakes, and then, you know, one time in a day I really need to eat salad, then I go for a salad just because my body needs it. But before I do that, sometimes what I do, I feel hungry and I feel like I would like to eat something sweet or some kind of you know, sandwich or something. Before that, I eat a piece of fruit. I eat a carrot, or I eat an apple, or I eat a salad, and it fills my stomach. And after eating the salad, I will go for bread, or I will go for pizza or sandwich. That's fine, you know, because once you are full, you are not going to eat as much of that stuff. You're not going to go for extra large pizza after you have finished some medium salad. So you will go for a small pizza or something like that. So you will still get what you need, what you like, what you want, but you do it after you had something healthy. So you know, first get something that will help your body, that you get some vitamins, and then if you still feel hungry, just go for whatever you like. And in this way you trick your body in a way that, you know, you still get what you want, but, you know, you had some salad before, or something that is healthy. And that's what I do many times. Sometimes I feel like I would love to eat a certain kind of bread or cake, but before I do that, I just eat a carrot very fast, and then sometimes I change my mind, and sometimes I eat it much later in a day, so I don't have to have it like immediately, because, you know, all of a sudden I feel full and I feel like, okay, I wanted to have it, but I change my mind, I will eat it later. You know, I just wait when I'm hungry again. But I already fulfilled my goal or my task. I had already something that was healthy and that helped my body. So that's all from me. For now, Thomas, back to you.
Yeah. Well, great advices, Maurice, and yeah, what I said before with stay away from the pasta and rice and potatoes and that's mainly if you're out there and you're looking for some weight, losing some weight, you know, that's that could be a good thing to look at, how much pasta and rice and potatoes and bread and stuff like that you're eating during the day, and if you can change that with some vegetables or something with a high level of protein, that would be a very good advice, But generally, I think what it all comes down to when you start working with your body, with your diet, with your fitness and your mindset, is to kind of pay attention to what's going on, and really just kind of see how do you actually feel. If you, like me, used to drink like 5 or 10 cups of coffee a day, how does that feel? Well, some days I don't really feel that good when I've done that, and I know it's not healthy for me. But for a long time, it really had been so difficult for me to let go of the coffee, and now hopefully now it's happening. So even though that something is it's not exactly as it doesn't really feel that healthy, maybe you need to work with it for a while to figure out what can you do, what else can you do, and and I think especially if you're into like coffee or something like that, it's a powerful, that caffeine is it's just you get so addicted to that stuff, so it's really difficult to so you really need to make a decision and really make those changes at some point, But
Yes, yeah.
So it's a work in progress, It's something that you have to kind of. I don't really think that's like just one diet or something. You need to listen to your body and also maybe listen to your mind, and like especially with that sugar stuff, and like with coffee with a lot of caffeine, like and cola is bad too with caffeine and also with the sugar, and it can just drive you crazy if you don't get it. It's and if you get in that situation, well then you got a problem, and you need to find a solution to it, and maybe going out exercising, really push yourself, get your mind away from all that food stuff can also be a good thing. And for me, the more I do training and I work on my diet and I work on my mindset, the easier it gets. And especially
Yeah.
with the coffee and the sugar, as more I get away from it, the easier it is to stay away from it. My body is just not calling for it. It's not something I'm craving, and also, like I said, I think that when you really get away from it and it's not really a part of your daily diet, then you also get to a point where you better can control it, and you can enjoy it more when you have it. And but it's still a lot of mindset, I think, and both with diet and with exercising, it has a lot to do with mindset, because you really have to make that decision and stick to it, and also go through the hard times, because sometimes you want to give up, or sometimes you haven't been exercising for 3 days and you almost feel like, well, am I really gonna get my running shoes on again, because I'm really getting out of shape already, So a lot of stuff can go on in your mind that is sabotaging your good intention of being healthy. And actually, we already been going on here for a long time now. So, but I think this is definitely something we're gonna come back to and talk about, But
yes. Sure.
I actually saw an interesting thing the other day, that dopamine is like we produce that in our body, and that is what research that everybody think that's what makes us happy. That's kind of a happy drug,
Yeah.
And I didn't know this, but they say that when we produce the dopamine ourselves, in our body, and it kind of tops around when we're teenagers. After that, it's kind of starting going down. And if you get the disease, the Parkinson, then your dopamine is pretty much gone. Like, that's what they think. The dopamine has something to do with that illness. Then you kind of totally lost your production of dopamine. And they actually said that one of a very good way to produce dopamine is physical activity. Like doing exercising, then your body keeps producing. And that's maybe a little like with the runner's high and these things, that you get maybe an extra production of dopamine, and that gives you this rush of feeling happy, or feeling a relief, or just feeling good. So I actually I need to look at more into the study about this, because it's pretty interesting that if you can produce dopamine by doing exercising, and that's and I think that's a really, really important what should we call it, hormone or chemical in your body that really gives you this feeling of happiness. So that's maybe if you see a lot of people who are depressed, a lot of time they have a difficult with being physical active, like go running or something like that. And as soon as they start getting maybe a personal trainer or something to push them and to train them, then things get better with the depression, So I'm sure there's something there that's important, and it really gives me a little kick, to just say, well, never again I'm gonna stop doing my training. I just have to stick with it, no matter what. And I like my training, but in my in past years, there's been a few times where I kind of lost focus on it and been away from it for some months, and when I think back and look at those times where I've stopped doing my exercising, I also know that I mentally not been so healthy as I used to be. It really makes a difference, and especially if we can. I think it's quite interesting if we can produce extra dopamine when we are doing exercising. Then that's a great health benefit that we get from the exercising, and feeling happy. That's I'm sure that has a lot to do with our mindset too. That makes it a whole lot easier and a lot more fun to be who you are. And so it's an important. To do that exercise, whatever kind of exercising you guys are doing out there, if you're walking or running or doing some extreme stuff or just kind of jogging, but just get out there and do some kind of exercising, and maybe not every day like Maus and I, but every second day or something like that will be maybe a good advice, And actually, one of the trainers that a teacher that trained me in becoming a fitness instructor, he always said that from like many generations ago, like thousands of years, the human body has been designed to do physical work. Like we always been out collecting food or building houses or doing manual work, and today we're sitting with our computer or we're not moving at all, So it's so important to get out there, because our body is it's made for movement to be used. And that's, again, I think with the production of dopamine, and I also know that when you're exercising, you're also kind of cleaning your body for waste products, like you're sweating and you get a lot of oxygen in your air, in your body, and your blood is pumping around, so you get a lot of waste products out. And so there's a lot of healthy stuff going on when you're exercising, and you just can't get it from sitting in the couch. That's just too bad, But it's just not working that way, and probably it's been designed like that for many thousands of years ago, and with the society we have today, where we are sitting down a lot of hours a day and not really moving, then. It's for sure it's so important to get out there and work on your mindset and your fitness and your health. It's so important. It's unbelievable. So
What I want to add is that you're completely right. Of course, we were meant to move. We were born to move, and we are designed. I believe it's my belief. We are designed to move around, and it's so important to do something about it. And what I want to stress is that what you already also said partly, that this will be my closing thoughts because we are going for a long run today.
Yeah.
Is that you don't have to do something that you don't like. You should do something you like. So if you don't like jogging, there are many people who hate jogging. I know a couple of friends of mine or people I know. They told me, you know what, I hate jogging. I hate running. It's so boring. You know, it's nothing going on. And they don't even listen to the music, or they don't want to listen to the music during their run, whatever. I just tell them, okay, so do what you like. You know, you don't have to go for a run. You can go for a swim. You can go for squash. You can go for playing soccer and you know, with a couple of friends on the lawn somewhere outside in the park. Let's say you can you know, you can play any kind of ball game. You know, volleyball. You know, anything whether that is sport and that means movement is good. So it doesn't have to be anything that has to do with endurance. What I do, you know, so there is one point. Another point is it's the same for the food. If you love avocado, then go for avocado. You don't have to eat apple every day, you know. So you can eat banana every day. Maybe not even every day. One day banana, another day avocado. So you actually choose yourself what you like and go for that. As long as it is fruit or veg and it's alive, you know. It's not something dead like a pasta, let's say. Even pasta can be alive sometimes. Of course, with some green stuff or whatever, or with some dead fish, let's say, fish that still have a lot of vitamins that are good for your body. So you know, that would be also great, you know, to eat a lot of fish. That's what I forgot to mention as well. And one more thing I wanted to say is that you're right, Thomas. It's a dopamine probably, and maybe many other things going on in our body. We don't know that, and I don't know that myself. I'm not really so interested in this technical stuff going on in my body, but I just know that it works for me. And it works for many people to move and to be happy, and in a way that's not only the state of mind improves but also the overall health. So there will be, I believe sooner or later there will be so many new studies. There will be so much new information coming out about how great it is to do some kind of sport. So that we will be surprised how beneficial it is to our bodies. But you know, I do it because I tested it myself. I know it helps me, and I started running a long time ago when I was depressed myself. There was something going on in my life, and I started running. It helped me, and it's still helping me on an everyday basis also. So I do it. Now back to you, Thomas. Probably long hangout today.
Yeah. We probably should finish off here. We have some great. It's been really great, and I definitely think we should get back and talk more about exercising and diet and healthy lifestyle, you know, and I'm sure a lot of people out there are struggling with it. I did quite a few many years ago. I struggled with it a lot, you know, and just couldn't really get it right, you know. But one step at a time, you know, I start getting more really get into to enjoy it. I think that's a very big key is to find something with exercising and your diet that you really like. And if you don't really can find anything, then you just have to dig deeper and really start working with yourself and really find something that you can do out there with exercising and your diet that you really start loving it and really start liking it, and it really have some really positive feelings about it, you know. Because if you don't do that, then you do like a lot of people do, and they in January they start going to the gym and they stick around for maybe 1 month or 2 months, and then they cancel their membership and they never go in there again, you know.
So it has to do, Thomas, is, sorry for interrupting you, but a very important idea is also, and then we are going to finish probably, is that it's also about the people, right? You are having around you. So if you are around people who don't care that much about this kind of stuff, and you spend a lot of time with that people, guess what? You will not be very motivated. You will be the only one in the group, and sooner or later you will just get back to your routines and to the routines of your friends. So you really need to reach out to somebody who you know personally, or maybe not, or some friends of your friends, and you will ask these people for advice and ask them for they do. Maybe these people go to the same gym that you go, so you might join them, a couple of times, talk to them. So just be around the people who are doing the same stuff that you want to do. So they have the same goals, maybe, or similar goals. They kind of go in the similar direction, because it's a lonely fight if you're alone. It's a lonely fight, and if you want to have it in a much let's say more exciting way, more easier way to change your diet or change your habits in a way that you eat healthily and you move more, then it would be great to have somebody around you, not every day obviously, but at least to be in a close proximity from time to time to somebody who can help you, who can motivate you, or even just share some information with you. It doesn't have to be somebody who is good at anything you want to achieve, but somebody who is willing to do something or is doing already something. So just don't go alone if you can. Just find somebody who has the same goal or similar goal, and join the forces.
Yeah,
with these people.
That's good advice, Maus. Yeah, I really agree with that. And again, yeah, well, online you have a lot of Facebook groups and a lot of places you can find people in the same situation. Who if you are already exercising, you find some places there. Some people you can follow who are maybe more. Just at another level than yourself, that you can find some experience and some inspiring from, but also there's a lot of places out there on the internet where you can meet people who are just getting started with exercising and changing diet and all that, and it's
Right.
it's a big hustle for a lot of trouble or a lot of struggle for a lot of people, and it's probably in a way a little difficult to just give you just a simple recipe for how you can do this, but it's, for me, I actually think it's something I need to work on for the rest of my life. That's what I come up with now, because I still think I can always do something a little better or a little different, but I still think that there's still gonna be chocolate and all those kind of things in 20 years, so it's still gonna be a lot of stuff out there that's gonna be tempting to eat, so I still think it's not something that's gonna go over, and that might be a problem for a lot of people. You want that quick fix, and just lose 10 kilos or 20 kilos and then you can go back to normal, but you don't go back to normal, you go back to a different lifestyle and a more healthy lifestyle. So I guess, Maus, we better finish off here, and
Yes.
I guess we've been going on almost an hour here, but I just think this proves to us that we have a great subject here. We have something that we have a great passion for, and something that's a big part of our life, and I think that the best way you can maybe inspire somebody is like we do now, go out and tell people what we are doing, and if you're out there and watch this and you find this inspiring, that's just awesome, and if you have any questions or anything, you feel free to contact Maus or me and ask us or whatever, and hopefully you want to come back and watch some more hangouts with us, because we're definitely gonna talk more about this, because it's a big subject, but also a very important subject. It's and it can definitely do a lot of good stuff for your mindset. So your life is gonna be a lot more fun, a lot more joy, a lot more happiness, and just have a lot more energy to go out there and enjoy life. That's what we all want to do. So it's a great. I'm really happy we've done this, Maus. It's been awesome hang out here today. So thank you, Maurice, for being on here. And for you guys out there watching, thank you for that. And get back to us if you have any questions or stick to. And we'll be back with another hangout here maybe Friday. And maybe we're gonna continue talking about this subject. I think we will. So until then, have fun and go out and burn some calories and try not to eat as many as you probably have done so far. So have a more healthy life, and we'll see you soon, guys out there. So have fun and see you, Mars.
Ciao, ciao. Thank you, Thomas.